Hello everyone. Today I'm going to introduce my lesson plan of one speaking lesson for grade 10 students. Their speaking skill is A1 level. I aim to practice their spoken interaction skill through the lesson, and it will last for 6 minutes. I expect my students to learn some useful vocabulary and discuss the scientific topic actively. So first of all, I would like to introduce the objectives of my lesson. By the end of the lesson, my students are able to describe their authentic life experience, discuss, and briefly give short reasons for their opinions, which is B2 level task. Next, I will explain the materials I'm going to use for my lesson. I will use internet and pictures to help my students to do the discussion. I will show them a scientific video. I will provide them with handout, including the keywords and notes of the video. I will play them with flashcard games to help them to learn vocabulary. I will ask them to write unknown words on the whiteboard. And also I will provide them with sample posters they are going to make after class, and as well as the authentic rubric. So first of all, I will show them some pictures. Probably I will divide them into 4 groups. Depends on the number of the students, and give them some pictures which will have them computer problems, and I will ask them to guess what happened in the picture and what they can tell from the picture and what could the reasons be. And through this practice, I can use it as a hook for them to think about some computer problems, and they can do a little bit discussion. And I believe that the visual works can help them with their imagination and creativity. And also they can practice some sentences, structures, which they are going to use. For example, I think, I guess, I suppose, blah, blah, blah. I think that it is because, blah, blah, blah. This kind of sentence structures they can practice. And through the discussion, I suppose that they may have some vocabulary gaps because their current level is A1, and this scientific topic could be a little bit difficult for them. So they may need some help for their vocabulary. I will write down the good words they ask on the board, and also they want to learn. This could be a diagnosis for me and a guidance for my lesson that I'm going to explain to them later in my class. Next, I will introduce the background of the 5 worst viruses. For example, the name of the viruses and the problems the viruses caused in the society, and what did the government do to make up the problems. I think the video could be a little difficult beyond their knowledge. So this kind of information can help the students to be familiar with the topic and learn some of the keywords which they can use later. Next, it comes to the demonstration. I will show them 5 minutes science show, and also at the meantime, I will ask them to take notes as much as possible while they are watching. It could be help step for them, to remember some of the information from the video, and they can use later. Next, I will ask the students to work in pairs to discuss the words or confusions they have, and they can ask for help among the peers. If there are still remained unknown words, I will ask them to write down on the boards, and I will help them and explain to them later. Because as PICA 1994 reported that the students can learn through the negotiation, and the negotiation contributes to the learning outcomes of the second language acquisition by helping learners understanding and structural division of the second language input. Because the video could be a little bit fast for them, and they have some confusion, and they can work in pairs and learn through the negotiation with the group discussion. And next, I'm going to introduce the new words I prepare for them for this topic, and also the keywords they take notes and write on the boards, which they would like to learn. And I think this step is for vocabulary scaffolding, and it could be very significant for the students to do the later discussion. And next, I'm going to play flashcards with the students. I will ask them to work in pairs to take turns to play flashcards, and also I will give them some incentive, such as the group first remember all of the words will win a prize. So because the flashcard is an efficient and effective way to learn vocabulary, as Nation indicated in 2013, it will help them to do some language-focused learning, such as pronunciation and the form of the keywords. Plus, I think giving them a small reward could be effective for them to learn vocabulary, and the students will be beneficial from the quick learning of the vocabulary. Next, it will come to the main activity. I will ask the students to do the main topic. First, I will divide them into small groups. Each group will have 3 to 4 students, and they are going to discuss the following question. Have they ever met computer-invaded problems? How did they solve the problems? For this part, I think most of us would have similar experience that our computer got some viruses from the VSB or some other connection with some drives or something, and they can practice their spoken skills to describe their life experience, and also they can give their points of review to how to protect our computers. It is a very good way for them to practice their B2 level texts. And also, one member from each group needs to take notes of the experience of others, and another member needs to present the experiences they met, and as well as the solutions. So as Nation 2009 indicated that the second language learners need some help to transfer their receptive knowledge to their productive knowledge. Taking notes and summarizing are the ways to help them to learn from each other and help them to review the knowledge they learn after class. So basically, through the discussion and the presentation, it is transferring. It is an effective way to help them to transfer their receptive knowledge to their productive knowledge. Next, after the presentation of the students, I will give them some revision about the keywords we learned in the class. I think the repetition will help them to remember the useful words, as well as the good ideas they can learn through their peers to protect their computers. Next, I will give them one assignment that each group needs to make a poster to explain how they will solve the computer program in the future after class. It is a good way for them to do some creativity, to do some creative jobs, and also they can practice their group work, their collaboration skills. I will provide them the assessment rubric, like I will give them the evaluation through 4 directions: grammar, vocabulary, fluency, and creativity. Here are my references, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.